What's good, YouTube? Dmgaming here, guys, and I have a very special breakdown video for you for the new trailer that was released for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Guys, we are halfway to 9K. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. This is going to be a long video, so sit back, relax, and let's go. So, I'm not playing audio because they're going to be talking and stuff like that and playing music, and I don't want a copyright strike or anything, but I've listened to it and translated it, and I'm going to break down everything for you so you know exactly what they're saying. This first part here, they're not saying anything. They're just basically talking about the summary of the game, telling you about the visuals, telling you about the cutscenes, telling you about all the action-packed fighting and stuff like that. And I know y'all going to say, DM, was that my boy Trunks? First of all, that visual of Vegeta was awesome. But yes, your boy Trunks in there slicing up Frieza. But to pause here, this is what Kenzaru was talking about yesterday on Twitter. You actually have to make King Kai laugh. This is Goku on King Kai's planet during his training. And just like in the anime where he had to make King Kai laugh, telling him a joke, you have to do that too. And what you're seeing here is just an example, or not an example, is certain things you can click on to tell that particular joke or whatever and try to make King Kai laugh, which is really dope. But basically, they're not saying much here. Just like I said, telling you about the game, the visuals, the cutscenes, and all that kind of stuff. It's just basically a big summary. Now, what you're seeing here, I know you're going to say, Gohan's here in Super Saiyan. We can go Super Saiyan and free roam. No, you can't. This game is very reflective of the anime. This is just the point during the Cell Saga where Goku and Gohan came out of Hyperbolic Time Chamber and they were staying Super Saiyan to get their bodies acclimated to that form so that when they transform, it doesn't use energy, because it actually takes a lot of energy to transform and stamina. But you're seeing a little snippet from that subquest, special subquest. Okay. And yeah, there again, you saw them flying. They were Super Saiyan, I know, but once again, this is during the Cell Saga when they were staying Super Saiyan. It is not confirmed that you can go Super Saiyan and free roam. I know a lot of people are wanting that, but it's not going to be in the game, guys. I'm sorry, it's not. If it is, they definitely hadn't said nothing. And we'll go over all of this stuff because they're just giving you a real quick rundown before they break everything down. But that's all they were saying right here was just, you know, some backdrop about the game and stuff like that. But nothing that we haven't discussed, nothing that gives any new information. So I'm not concerned with that. Now, this part is where they're going to basically, they're introducing you to everything that they're about to talk about. You have fighting, you have eating, you have training. You also have a skill tree or special skill tree list right there. So breaking this down, the top left from the first one is fighting. Remember, we saw that visual that we did in the video a while back. Well, they're revealing that stuff now. Basically, what this bar is saying and what they're talking about is in order to get the most out of this game, in order to get your character to the highest levels possible, you need to incorporate all of these things. Do you have to? No, you don't have to. You can play through the game just going through the fights. But if you want to get the best experience possible, if you want to develop the best character, build the strongest characters, you need to incorporate all these. Now, and that's going to give you the best experience overall. And now the first one is fighting, and they're going to go through each one of these, but I'm just going to do a brief rundown. They're going to talk about fighting. They're going to talk about eating. This one is training. They're going to go into training, and I know you saw Goku, Super Saiyan, actually fighting a Super Saiyan clone, which is cool. Then the special move tree or skill tree, and then the community board, which is very interesting as well. And this plays into what I was telling y'all in yesterday's video about the leveling system and how basically me and you can play the game and have completely different experiences. Our characters can be the exact same level, and my character could be superior in strength and power compared to yours because I've incorporated all of these things instead of, say, just leveling up your character. Because all of these are important to the game. And I love that they did it this way because most games have things that you can do. Like, say, for instance, in The Witcher 3, you could play the Gwent card game, and it doesn't really do much, but it's fun. It's a little side game. In this game, everything you do goes back into your character in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and that's really dope. So without further ado, that's just saying combat. And that's what they're going to talk about first is combat. And basically what they're saying about combat is that you fight weak characters, you get experience. But if you fight tough characters like Majin Buu, you see here Goku is a high level there. He's fighting Majin Buu. you get a ton of experience. As you can see down here, he got 1.9 million experience points, and he just got an A. I don't know what's the highest rank. I would think it's maybe an S or a Z, but good God, 1,929,682 experience points from completing a mission. That is super duper dope. I don't know about y'all, but that is dope. But that's what they're talking about there, and that's not anything that we haven't seen. Next, they're talking about meals, and we've talked about meals before. They're showing the dinosaur because you can kill dinosaurs and get dinosaur meat for food. You can also run around. Oh, Goku Super Saiyan. Yes, look, Gohan is on his team as well. This is during the Cell Saga. Calm down. But Goku is here catching deer and all that. He's fishing with that Saiyan tail and stuff like that. Now, this is one of the cooking vendors that you can actually buy meals from, pre-prepared meals and stuff like that. And what they're saying is that these food items that you eat are going to give you boost to your stats, of course, some permanent like this, and then some temporary like this. It's a temporary effect bonus. And then they bring in my bae, the bae of the world, Chichiana. You know, well, not right now, but they're going to bring her in here in a second. But they're talking about the different ways to eat. You can either hunt and eat right off the bat. You can go to the vendor and buy food. You can go to the campfire and cook it. Each step in this process gives you bigger boost. Okay, so you want to be mindful of how you're eating. If you're just picking fruit off a tree and eating it, you're going to get a small boost. If you actually go prepare a full course meal from Chi-Chi, that's going to give you the largest boost. And that's what they're talking about right here with Chi-Chi, is basically saying Chi-Chi will prepare you a full course meal, and it's going to give you the biggest boost to everything. As you can tell when they're eating, how everything starts to fill up. Look at all those different stat boosts. That purple is the special skill stat boost in a sense, or a special effect. So that's really cool as well. And then next is training. Training is essential. So guys, you gain experience through fighting, you gain levels, or you gain boosts by eating. Training, and what they're talking about with training is that you learn new skills through training. That's what training is for. I'm not saying you don't get some experience from training, but you learn skills. Now, what you're looking at here, this says practice. Later, it's going to say training. I don't know why, because it seems like the same thing, but I have to digress. So this menu here is basically the different training modules that you can do. This says recommended level 2, recommended level 20, level 20, level 30, level 30, level 40. This one hasn't been unlocked yet. I don't know why. Maybe because you have to beat them in sequential order, or you have to do stuff in the game to unlock said training. Regardless, this is telling you the recommended level for your character. Okay, so you get what I'm saying? It's not needed that you level up, but it is recommended. Okay, and I love that, because this game creates a system to where if you create your own difficulty, if you want a tougher fight, then don't level up as much. If you want a harder fight, level up, soup up, train up, do all that stuff, level everything up. Okay, so anyway, this is telling you that the recommended level that you need to be at in order to complete this the best way possible. Over here is just telling you the attack, because this is for these attacks. This is how you unlock attacks in the game. Okay, so for this particular attack, it's telling you that it costs 42 stamina to use. Okay, and it's a level 30 mission, basically a recommended level 30 mission. Goku fighting himself at level 30, of course, and your Goku is at level 30. So hey, that's a good deal. And then it's just telling you the rewards down here, the D medals, and then it's going to increase that by level to level 3 or whatever. You're going to unlock a level 3 move. That's basically what it's talking about with training. Now, here you see him fighting against, looks like Yamcha, then Gohan fighting against Piccolo, and then Nappa. Oh my gosh! Super Saiyan Vegeta fighting Nappa? What? Yes, guys, you see that. You can, after you defeat an enemy, you can train against them, okay? Because these enemies are going to be tougher opponents, are going to give you different missions, and you're going to need to do these things in order to unlock certain moves. So that is really dope, because that gives you that what if scenario without the Dragon Balls. Hey, you want to fight Super Saiyan Vegeta against Nappa? Guess what? You can do that in the game through practice and training. So that's really cool that they put that in there as well. And you can tell the training avatar is like blue. Now they're showing Vegeta here, and now see it says training. I don't know why they switched that. It's basically the same thing, but I digress. So he got the medal right there. He completed it. Yay, we got a medal. And if you look here, well, I know you can't read it, but it's basically saying he unlocked the attack. This is a reward for it. He unlocked a certain move. Now, same thing, recommended level. He did a mission that was recommended level 48. And you can see the Vegeta here is level 45. And he's fighting himself, but there's 3 of them. So he's fighting at least 3 clone Vegetas right here. That's what that's all talking about and stuff like that. And then he gets 8 D medals. Now, that's what these are. Now, what they're used for, I'm not sure. They haven't shown us yet, probably for purchasing items. I don't know, because this... you actually get that attack for completing it, and that's what it's saying right there. So that's really, really cool as far as training goes. I'm super excited about it. And then also they're telling you with training is how you level up your special attacks, which is needed. And you can see they're showing the final flash that does 230,000 damage. Now, this is one y'all probably all been waiting for. Skill trees. Yes. We've made it to skill trees, ladies and gentlemen. What we saw in yesterday's screenshots and things were these Z orbs. These orbs are necessary to level up your skill trees. We speculated that that's what the Z orbs were used for, and that speculation was correct. Now, I do want to back up and say that those D coins that they got, well, they don't show it, but remember whenever they showed the Zenny and it had that gold coin below it? That's what those are, but I digress. So yeah, so the Z orbs are needed to level up your skill tree. And you can see the blue around the water. You can see the red around the rocks and the green around green stuff. See that right there? Yeah, that's what they're for. This is pretty cool because now we get a zoomed in look at this. Okay, and so if you look here, these are 2 melee attacks that Goku has unlocked. And this is a key attack. And the key attack that's highlighted is the Kamehameha. And the Kamehameha is at a level 2 and it costs 20 stamina to use. And here's just a description of it telling you like Goku shoots a beam of light energy at his opponent. Now down here it's saying what is required to level up, because see, he's highlighted here, he's already unlocked it, and you can see it's level 1, but you can build it. So you got level 1 Kamehameha. Right here is a increase. It doesn't make it a level 2, but there's steps to get it here. Okay, so let me explain this so people can understand. This is right here, but the one that they're talking about now is the Kamehameha wave. See my mouse? Kamehameha wave. You have 2 levels here to make it stronger. Basically, it may increase the damage by 10% or something to that effect. Right here is the Kamehameha wave level 2. How do I know that? Because it's on the same line. I mean, common sense. It's showing a training icon. Why? Because in order to unlock Kamehameha level 2, the Kamehameha wave level 2, 2-star level 2, you have to complete that training for that special attack. Oh my gosh, this is so dope. I'm excited. I'm getting so excited talking about this. But also, like I said, you can still level them up. Okay, level 1. And it doesn't tell you exactly what it does. Here, when you get to the melee skills, it will tell you like it increases stun. These are the passive skills right here. This is what you're seeing because in training you have passive attacks, and that's what the passive attacks are. It's something of, let me see. It's basically a passive attack is something that you don't have to actually press a button to activate. Now, looking at the translation, a part of the translation here, here is just saying, is there a lot of skill energy consumption to release energy leaked in the form of a beam? It's expensive. So what I'm assuming is that, and this is my speculation, is that when you level, like for the key attacks, leveling them up will probably have them cost less key. But I think they actually purchased that, and it doesn't change that. So that's why I said I'm speculating, because here it's not telling you exactly what it's doing. It's basically saying using key attacks costs a lot of key. It's pretty expensive, so you may want to level them up. But anyway, this is just showing how much of the Z orbs it costs, and you have the red, the blue, you have the green, and then you have the rainbow. Then you have the it's kind of like platinum or silver. It's silver. and then you have the gold Z orbs. These last two are super rare. And if it's my speculatory guess, I'm going to say that these are needed to level up the level 3 ones to the max. So that is really dope. But this cool seeing the skill tree right here. This next key attack, I don't know what it is because they don't highlight it, but it's same thing. If you see that green icon, that means you have to unlock that in training. The reason that these are locked is because you haven't even unlocked this one. Now notice that this is a big circle. And then it goes back to a little circle. This isn't a new attack. More or less, this is probably a passive attack for this one or some kind of major stat boost that levels it up as well. But that's really cool that they put that on there. And see, he purchased the level 2 and it goes to the level 3 and nothing changed. See, he purchased at level 2. So this is level 1, this is level 2, this is level 3 for the level 1 Kamehameha. Now he wants to get the level 2 Kamehameha, but he has to go to training in order to complete that and get the level 1 Kamehameha. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to y'all, because like I said, the translation still isn't changing. The consumption isn't changing. Only thing that's changing, it seems, is the requirements for it. So I don't know exactly what these do. More or less, they probably just power them up. So you have a level 1, it goes up to level 2 max. Now, you can upgrade it 2 levels. Now, that's going to be the max level 1. So it's going to make that 1-star Kamehameha as strong as possible. Now, after that, then this, you go to level 2 and it makes it stronger. So that's really cool to see. And they do upgrade it to a level 2. Now, you see this and you're like, what is this? What does this mean? This is for your, I'm going to say for your stamina. It's, or increase the damage dealt. That's basically what it is. If I'm not mistaken, this is your passive. Okay, because what it's saying here in the translation is basically increases your stun damage dealt by 5%. And you see that 5% there, but it's saying it increases your stun damage. So whenever you stun an opponent, it increases that by 5%. And if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be your passive attacks. Okay, so we saw that skill tree yesterday in its entirety. They're not going to show all of that here, but yeah, and you can see here this Goku that requires 200 of each, 8 of that, but he has, look at that number of those that he has. Oh my gosh. But still, so these are more or less what I'm assuming is your passive attacks, or passive skills rather, because they're showcasing you the regular skills and they're showcasing you the passive skills. These are passive skills. So that's cool that they show that as well. And then he levels that up to level 2 and then increases it from 5%. You see now it says 10%. So he's upgraded. It increases the stun damage dealt by 10%. So, and then he increases it there once again, but they didn't show what it was. That is super cool for the skill tree. So just to recap on the skill tree, because that's a really big thing. You use the Z orbs to upgrade them, but in order to unlock like the Kamehameha, you get the Kamehameha wave, but in order to unlock level 2 Kamehameha or level 3 Kamehameha, you have to complete training. So you go to training to unlock the skill. Then you go to the skill tree and use the Z orbs to upgrade those skills. And then to unlock the next level of it, you have to do training, which has recommended levels, so on and so forth. That is super dope. And then finally, we have the community tab, which is really cool. And what they're saying is, in order to get these soul emblems for the communities, you have to do sub stories or sub quests. And that's all it's just telling you. This isn't saying much. It's just saying the recommended level for this, like it's level 76. So they let you know you can get pretty high level in the game. And it just tells you a description of it and the awards that you get, or rewards that you get for it. And then he does that one, and then Cuckoo Kachu, bam, a soul emblem. Look at Goku is level 83 right here, y'all. 83, level 83 confirmed, 9,749,000 HP, and he's in base form. Now, you're looking at this, and this is just basically telling you what your soul emblem is and its contribution to the different communities. So, and I'll go over those, but it's 5, 5, 5, 5, 7, 7, 14. So that means he's going to give the biggest boost to the, I would say, I call it the treasure hunting community is basically what it is. But here is the screen for the soul emblems, and the ones that were blanked out on the other ones. This one is pretty full. You got the turtle, you got Master Roshi, which is the leader. These are showing you the leaders of the committees, and the Z, of course, is the Z Warrior community. The strength is the training community. This is the research and development community. This one is the God's community. That's what that one is. Remember, we couldn't figure that out. That's what that one is. God's community. This one is the treasure or hunting community. This one is the meal or food committee. And this one is the adult committee, which these two are in. But it's just showing you that. And then you got Supreme Kyle, which we also know with the Dragon Balls, when you wish back the enemies, you can actually fight and get the enemy soul emblem. So that's interesting as well, sort of in-game content. But here's just showing you the different communities. Like I said, the Z is for the Z Warrior community. That's what that's saying. That the plate is for the meal committee, which Chi-Chi is the head of that. The strength or training committee, King Kai is head of that. The research and development committee, Bulma is head of that. The Gods committee, community. I keep saying committee. I mean community. The Gods community, which Kami is head of that. The adult committee, community, God. The adult community, which Master Roshi is head of that, and the treasure community, which Yajirobe is head of that. And basically within each of these communities, you're getting stat boosts for each and every one of them, if that makes sense. So this one is going to deal with the fighting. If you were to go to the meals, it would each one that you level up would give you boosts to like meal effects and stuff like that. And then see right there, that's the treasure community. Community, I had that right. And the more people you get in there, like I said, these boosts are for like whenever you finding items in the free world and stuff like that. So that all that kind of stuff is cool. You saw right there Master Roshi with the adult community, and they got the little girl magazines in the background. That's really funny. Now, what this one does is really kind of weird. I mean, because it doesn't necessarily give you boost to this one is more like, okay, it says here stuff like down here is like fewer occurrences plus 5%, like those enemies that attack you in the wild. Item sale prices plus 5%. Food item purchase price plus 5%. Fever rate, or that's what it says, fever rate or fever occurrence. And I don't know what that is. We'll have to see. Food items for sale, fever generation, item sale prices. So it doesn't have anything to do with adults in per se, but that one is weird. I don't know what fever occurrence is. I don't know. So we'll have to see. But that is interesting. And then, of course, you have the Gods community, and then you have the training community. Let me go back into the Gods community because I want to see what the boosts were for that. Nope, I skipped it. Hang on. Oh, man. And this is PS360 HD's channel that I'm getting this this video from, y'all. So go check him out and subscribe to his channel since I'm using his video. That's the right thing to do, right? I'm trying to catch it. Right there. Okay. This is the Gods community, and some of the boosts for that is like I don't know, I had it and I lost it. Items acquired in battle plus 5%. During food battle, Z orb gain plus 10%. During battle, the number of Z orbs acquired. So this is all of these are in reference to like items acquired for battles and mostly Z orbs. So you get more Z orbs and stuff like that. The training community, not committee. And this one is cool because you get more. This one is like more battle experience plus 10%, case plus 1, defense plus 19, battle experience value, guard. So it's basically like the stuff that you get from fights, like your experience, your boost and stuff like that is what's coming from that. And then of course we know the meal committee, they're just getting bigger boosts to like the meals that you eat and things like that, guys. That's basically. Or like the effects of it. Like you get an effect boost plus 25% and stuff like that for it. So that's really cool with the soul emblems and the community tabs and stuff like that. The research and development, you get more items and stuff like that from research stuff. And you need those things to like build the cars and stuff that you use in the game and things of that effect. So guys, all in all, man, there is a ton of information on this, and what I'll have to do is just continue to research it and break it down some more probably go bit by bit and breaking it down for you guys. But man, guys, if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'm sorry this video is so long, but there is just a plethora of information on this. I cannot wait to play this game with you guys. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and staying this long. Till next time, y'all, thanks for watching. Peace.